Yeah, it's pretty hot. So today we're going to talk about access. Um, I was talking to Novice a while back about like why is it so difficult for musicians to find any grounding like they used to. Back in the '90s, you would just be an artist and they would see you maybe twice, 3 or 4 times. You might release an album every 2 years. You might do an interview on Hot 97 once every summer. But now those formulas don't seem to work as much as they used to. In fact, it feels as though hip hop has not necessarily declined, but has morphed into this sort of content creator lane where every artist that's trying to get on or trying to make something of themselves, you see themselves continuously burning themselves out by constantly making content. They got to be their marketer, they got to be a promoter, they got to be a booker, but they also got to be a YouTuber, a streamer. They got to do all this other crap, and most of that they don't even care about. Most of that is run of the mill. Most of that is following trends. They're doing some dance trend. They're doing some miscellaneous thing that feels like they're cheapening themselves as an artist, and they are. And what we noticed in the conversation that we were having was that it feels like musicians now have to be streamers, and more so that streamers are now the new celebrity. You have your Hollywood fame, your Leonardo DiCaprio's, your Pedro Pascal's. You have all these actors, and what are they doing? They're doing interviews on very outdated TV shows, late night TV. Jimmy Fallon and whatnot. But musicians, that does nothing for them. You can't just be on YouTube. You have to be YouTube streaming. You have to make reels. You have to make clips. You got to do all this. It feels like streamers are now the celebrity. So where do you go here? Where do you go from here? As a musician, do you just become a streamer? Some people do. Like 602 Cast and Crew, love. It's just not me. Do you make a YouTube channel and you're big and boisterous? Yo, you won't believe this beat I just made, bro. You know, some people do. It's not really me. I've been away for a while working on this album, and it's been so difficult for me to not take everything that I'm doing serious, to not take what is going on in the world serious, to not take my thoughts and what I choose to engage with seriously. And then I was like, wait, I love talking to people. I love thinking about things. I love engaging with ideas. I love concepts. I love art and the composition that creates it. And most people don't even know these things about me. So this is my version of access. You got LaMarcus helping me shoot this. I was procrastinating this video for a really long time. I kept trying to find different locations, trying to find different reasons to do it or whatever. And I wanted to have this big, spectacular moment and show it. And that's the intro video to let people know that I'm really serious about content creation or whatever. And I'm not serious about content creation. Not even a little bit. No, I'm serious about what I'm thinking about, what I want to talk about, what's interesting to me. And so that's what this video is. That's what these videos will be. And LaMarcus is very concerned about the battery dying. So this is probably the end of this video for now. But know that there will be more. And be safe. Love. Did it die? Lit.